Hello YouTubers, the new time travel Jaime 88. I'm back with another Doctor Who DVD review. Before we begin the review, I just want to give a quick shout out to Whoniverse Reviewniverse. Whoniverse Reviewniverse, your videos are super awesome. Good job on making your DVD collection. He did a fantastic job showing the unboxing DVDs of Doctor Who and so forth. And if those guys out there who don't know who's Whoniverse Reviewniverse, go check out his channels. Okay, today I'm going to re-upload is Doctor Who and Silurians. This is a great 7-part adventures too. Anyway, and it's fantastic to watch. This 7-part adventure is transmitted on January 31st through March 14th, 1970. And yes, the Third Doctor is still trapped on Earth by the Howard Council of the Time Lords. The plot begins in an experimental nuclear power research center built into a network of caves. In Winley Moore is expecting a mysterious power drain of the incident of mental breakdowns. Meanwhile, the Doctor is fixing his card, a special card, named Bessie. Liz Shaw receives a letter from Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart, and it says they have a meeting inside the cave. So, the unit is called to investigate, and the Third Doctor and Liz meet Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart at the plant while exploring the caves, and one of the workers at the center is killed with wound marks that look like giant claw marks, and his companion has been traumatized to the extent that he can only scrawl primitive cave drawings of a reptilian creature on the wall of the ward. Lawrence, the director, resents units present and feels that it will interfere with the working of the plan, which is trying a new process to convert nuclear energy into electrical power off the corner. Dr. Quinn, the deputy director, argues Miss Dawson, his assistant, she protests they should stop them from taking the plant. Major Baker, the security chief, believes there has been a sabotage in the center, and the doctor discovered that the log of the nuclear reaction operation had been tempered. When the Doctor makes his way into the cave, he is almost attacked by a dinosaur-like creature before it is called up by the strange whistling sound. The Brigadier decides to explore with the caves with armed men. Baker fires at the humanoid figure. He's spotted in the cave and he's attacked by the dinosaur-like creature, but it is called off by the same sound. The Doctor returned to the center with Baker taking sample of the blood that was drawn when Baker fired the humanoid. Examining the blood, the Doctor finds similarities of higher reptiles. Meanwhile, the humanoid research surface and stumble into the barn to hide. Quinn goes into the cave, hidden base, when he demands the knowledge he was promised. He is told that must first see the wounded humanoid and give it a signal device which emits the sound heard earlier. The humanoid is discovered by the farmer and his wife and attack them. The father dies of a heart attack, but the wife survives and identifies her attacker. While investigating the barn, Liz is knocked unconscious by the creature and fled. She tells the Doctor and the Brigadier when she awakened and later order a manhunt across the moor. Just as Quinn appears, making an excuse, he leaves and summons the humanoid with his device. Fascinating. The Brigadier and the Doctor follow the humanoid's track and they find air and tire marks. The Doctor goes to Quinn's cottage and knows that the remarkable hot, like a reptilian house. Quinn does not react well to the hints the Doctor is dropping or to his veiled attempt to get him to cooperate and ask the Doctor to leave. Breaking into Quinn's office, the Doctor finds a globe that despites Earth's content as they were 2 million years ago. which the doctor identifies as during the Silurians period back at the cottage, sorry. Mrs. Dawson trying to persuade Quinn to tell the doctor everything, but Quinn is adamant that he will keep the wounded Silurian captive until he is given the advanced scientific knowledge he wants. Later, the doctor goes to the cottage to once again try to reason with Quinn. He finds the scientist dead in his chair. The doctor received the signal device from Quinn's body and is surprised by the Silurian who's still there. The doctor attempts to communicate, only force the Silurian to run away. Baker is still convinced that the answer lies in the cave's overpowers. The unit man guards the sickbay and enters them by himself. He is soon captured by the Silurians and interrogated as to the capabilities of human. The doctor and Liz follow Baker's route and open the entrance to the Silurian base with Quinn's signal device. When they find Baker locked in the cage, he tells them that he must warn the sacrifice. The doctor and Liz leave undiscovered, but not before they see the Silurians being revived from hibernation by a machine. Explaining the energy drain of the reactor has been expecting. Meanwhile, Master, the permanent under security in charge of the center, arrives for personal inspection, and Lawrence complains to him about unit interferences. The doctor decides to tell them all about the Silurians in the cage, urging a peaceful contact instead of Brigadier proposal armed expedition. However, this falls on deaf ears when Mrs. Dawson revealed that Quinn is killed by the Silurian he held captive. The doctor goes to warn the reason with the Silurians to put him in a cage. That's when the doctor tries to reason with the younger one. It attacks him physically using its third eye. Wow, I did not know that. The older Silurian puts a stop to it. The older Silurian tells the doctor how they raced retreat underground when they saw the moon approaching Earth millions of years before the hibernation mechanism malfunctioned. And they did. Not revive until a new power source, the nuclear reactor, was discovered. The doctor managed to persuade the older Silurian to release the Brigadier and his men, but the younger Silurian orders Baker infected with a virus before he is released. When the older Silurian discovered this, he released the doctor, giving him a canister of the virus so he can discover a cure. The younger Silurian kills the older first for this act. The doctor reaches for the center. He warns everyone to stay away from Major Baker, and he told him, Major Baker, you are sickened and ill. But there's no way for that, who was collapsed with the virus. Master, however, decided to return to London, unaware that he has been affected. Baker is taken to the local hospital while the doctor's knowledge and dies there. The first one, the doctor grimly noticed. The Brigadier holds Baker's doctor and nurse at gunpoint to prevent them from leaving and spreading the virus, while the doctor returned to the center to work on the cure. The Brigadier and Liz trying to warn London with all creatures staffed and intoxicated with a stop-gas vaccine, all that expected for Lawrence, who refused. Master is the meantime had reached London and eludes the search party desperately looking for him. The virus began to spreading, deaths began, the infection even reached France. The doctor, Lawrence, who eventually dies from the virus, and complains in his last moments that the affair has ruined his career. The younger Silurian decides the doctor must be killed before he finds the cure. The doctor has indeed found one, and he's writes down the formula. The Silurians attack the center, is stunned with their ferret eyes taking him away. Liz, however, discovered the formula is soon being mass production and distributed. The Silurians had a backup plan. However, they intend to use a weapon to destroy the Van Allen belt and to make Earth's environment hostile to mankind. Will force the Doctor to connect the reactor to provide power to the weapon. Unit troops alert into the caves and commence a battle with the Silurians. The younger Silurians take the Doctor to the reactor control room along with Liz and the Brigadier. However, the Doctor overloads the reactor and tells that the younger Silurian that the area is being irradiated for at least 25 years. The Silurian disengage for the battle with the unit and re-enters the cave to hibernate until the danger has passed. Since the mechanism is faulty, the younger Silurian will stay awake to operate and sacrifice his life, while the new leader of the Silurian have orders to return to the area in 50 years to exterminate human-esque colony. First order of business. The Doctor and Liz meanwhile repair the reactor and go to underground base where the younger Silurian released, and he has been dumped into saving his race back to sleep and attacks the Doctor at range, but he is shot by the Brigadier. Later, on Winley Moor, the Doctor tells that he's proposed to revive the Silurians one by one and try to reach a peaceful compromise them and humanity. However, the Brigadier and has the others, the Silurians, other orders, sorry. The Silurian base has been blown up and eventually prevent the still alive Silurians from reviving his people, with standing orders to attempt to exterminate humanity again. The Doctor is horrified of this act of genocide, but Liz guessed that the Brigadier was acting on orders his superior, who would absolutely not want to take the chance of this alien and openly hostile power threatening humanity again. The Doctor is still disgusted and drive off. Yeah, great episode. Check it out. Anyway, take a look at the DVD features. Here's the spine. The back. Here's the still pictures from the story. On to the DVD. We have commentaries by Caroline John and Nicholas Courtney, Peter Miles, Jeffrey Palmer, director Timothy Combe, producer Barry Letts, and script editor Terrence Dix. What lies beneath? Going underground, now and then, musical scales, color Silurian overlay, photo gallery, and so forth. Now, here's Dix 1, episodes 1 and 4, and Dix 2 is the episodes 5, 6, and 7, and the bonus features. Now, all 7 episodes were originally made in color, but sadly, it will survive as the color has been junk and destroyed. Then, in 1974, all 7 episodes of Doctor Who and the Silurians were survived as 16mm black and white film recordings from an overseas foreign country. Then, in 1978, a colorized version of Doctor Who and the Silurians was broadcast from the PBS off-air videotape, was recorded by an American fan, then recorded and the black and white and the colorized and combined together to make a colorized episode. This is the first Doctor Who shot on a studio videotape. Wow, look at this is a great episode. You can get this episode as the box set. Well, that's it from here. And if you have a Doctor Who DVD you want me to request, rate, comment, and subscribe. Post a comment. And if you like this review, rate, comment, and subscribe. This is the new Time Travel Jaime 88 saying so